Cancer, a cellular plague since the dawn of humanity. Film 1. Discovering and Fighting. To tell the story of cancer is to tell the story of every scientific revolution since the dawn of humanity. Anesthesia, which allowed surgery, synthetic chemistry, radium, the rapid proliferation of medical imaging, and genetics. Because cancer is essentially made up of cells that have escaped the mechanism of programmed death and develop uncontrollably. The oldest known trace of cancer was discovered on the foot bone of a 1.7 million-year-old hominid. His toe bears the trace of an invasive tumour to this day. In the 3rd millennium BC, the vizier and physician of King Joseph, in the first known medical treatise, compared cancerous tumours to unripe fenugreek fruit. Under the heading Treatment, he wrote, None. It was around 400 BC that cancer received its name. It was chosen by Hippocrates, the founding father of medicine. The Greek physician believed that these cold, hard tumours resembled a crab buried in the sand, a karkinos in Greek. Hippocrates' theory of the 4 humours endured long after his life ended. According to this theory, all illnesses were linked to an excess of certain liquids in the body, the humours. Inflammations, the red humours, were linked to an overabundance of blood. Nodules and edema were linked to an overabundance of lymph, the white humour. Jaundice and liver disorders indicated an overabundance of yellow bile. Finally, the elusive black bile that spreads throughout the body was considered the worst of the humours and blamed for melancholy, dear to Baudelaire, spleen, and cancerous tumours. Once again, no known treatment. In 1533, André Vesalius, a young student from Brussels, arrived in Paris to study medicine. The anatomy classes were a disappointment. Dissections were staged like plays at the theatre, but nobody seemed to learn anything from them. Vesalius then began to dissect and draw for himself, later becoming the first person to accurately map out the human anatomy. His brain sections foreshadowed modern scanners by centuries. He mapped out the path of the blood vessels, traced the yellow bile, and sketched the lymphatic system, but he found no trace of black bile, the extraction of which could have cured cancer. Hippocrates' theory of the humours became obsolete and was gradually abandoned. In the 19th century, the appearance of anesthesia and antiseptics revolutionized surgery. For cancer, it was a first ray of hope. A century later, a surgeon named William Halsted developed the concept of radical surgery. Encouraged by the first ever victories against cancer, his operations on cancerous tumours grew bolder and bolder. For the first time, cancer had been defeated by the steel of the scalpel. Certain tumours, detected soon enough, could be cured by an early operation. But in other cases, the tumours returned and continued to migrate and spread. We must wait a little longer to arrive at the age of modern medicine, with the discovery of radiotherapy and chemotherapy.